Hello everyone who likes to talk about killer nanomachine robots, perhaps a little bit too much. I am BorderWise, and welcome back to From the Depths, Neater Faction Craft, Neater Factions Overhaul, the Twin Guard Part 2. So like I said last time, the recording with Rawson went on a little bit too long, but I didn't have the heart to cut out most of it because it was, pretty good stuff, I would say, and we were having a wonderful time. And so here is part 2, where it's basically just a kind of in-depth dive, or somewhat in-depth, on the Twin Guard craft to look out for. So please enjoy, and good luck shooting the annoyingly jolly robots. So yeah, that's...
It's high-tech evasion strats, actually. He's messing up the Ampere's aiming.
Yeah, he's just doing the shimmy, just going like... You can't hit me! I had to take off my headphones for that. To not fling them onto the floor. Alright, so speaking of the Hysteria, we should probably mention specific craft that you're going to have to keep a beady eye out for. So, we've kind of skipped ahead. The Hysteria is one of them just because of these friggin' railguns, and the fact that it trundles along at almost 70 meters per second. So, this is kind of something you could throw a cram cannon at, but at the same time not really. And also, annoyingly, let's see, did I manage to get this right? Hold on. Yeah. So, I believe that, oh goodness, this is upside down. So, this thing has a CWIS controller in it, so these guns, I think when the mothership drops below a certain health, these things switch to CWIS, because I was testing missiles against the Hysteria not too long ago. And these guns were ignoring the large missiles I was throwing at them until they started damaging the mothership enough. And then it switched to shooting them down, and then not a single one of them got through. So it's very cunning. There's lots of cunning designs in the Twin Guard. Annoyingly cunning things. Also, very pretty rotating, belt-fed effect right there. It's really cool. But I hate it! So the Hysteria is an example of the thing. Its active defense isn't super amazing, but it's just fast and it does a lot of damage very quickly. Keep an eye out for this. One of the best ways to deal with this is actually to get above it. And I'm going to delete that, spawn in an enemy Hysteria. And hopefully I'm going to spawn in a craft which is actually not designed for this at all. And hopefully... it's going to do the thing where it's not going to work now that I've hit the record button. Caravonian Rebellion, we've got the Sawfish, and just quickly spawn in a Hysteria, doesn't matter what team it's on, like that. Oh. So the Sawfish is actually going to cop it quite a bit, because it's not armored enough for that kind of nonsense. Let's see if, and... what the hell did the Jimmy just get did that thing get AI deaded? What happened there?
Yeah, Jimmy got hit by some missiles, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe it was one of the railfins, but
well,
he ain't flying too good.
Well, bugger, that would have been, you know what, I'm just gonna spawn in another Sawfish, because, damn it, I knew this would happen! Camera rolls and suddenly, Jimmy, you gotta go, my friend. You gotta go.
Oh, the Ever Jimmy also just got hit with the rails.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
Block confetti fall off of it.
Well, wasn't the best example. But the point I was trying to make is, if you copy the Twin Guard and, send swarms of expendable drones at them, the Hysteria cannot aim straight up. There's, a limit to how far those guns can track up, thankfully. And its target prioritization means that it will prioritize anything that gets close. So if you just have... nope, I got nothing. I don't have anything that can sit above this. Immediately to hand.
Just take our word for it.
Just take our word for it. Just, please. I spent 6 hours taking notes on the Twin Guard yesterday. Let me have this. Anyway, I'm not kidding. It was about 6 hours. Alright. So anyway, so the Hysteria, that's the trick. Get above it if you possibly can. And as usual, manual control, go for the mothership. And drop it into the ocean as fast as you can. You also need to beware of anything that is a drone swarm craft. So if you look at the spawn menu, you can see for yourself anything that has swarm in the name. Be aware, that is probably going to be irritating if you don't bring your good point defense along. Anything that is a submarine... anything that is a submarine as well is going to be potentially very annoying because that's the Twin Guard. They like to annoy you to death. That is their whole thing. And they do it with a little smile on their face. This guy's head got blown off at some point, though, so...
It'll buff out, don't worry.
Let's aim for the mothership there. Let's see if anything happens. Nope, nothing's happened. 2 damaged. Shockingly. So anything that is a swarm, anything with a submarine, anything with a big burst laser or doom pack as well. So we're going to be really mean, and just to be super mean, I'm going to spawn in, on the player side, the Wonder. Just to bully this Hysteria a bit. Let's see if it even can. Hi! It actually is! It's going for the mothership. Excellent. Well, it was going for the mothership, kind of. Oh, it is. Hang on. Am I crazy, or does the Hysteria not have smoke?
The Hysteria does not have smoke, no.
Oh, thank goodness. This was a perfect choice. It is actually dropping the mothership into the ocean. It almost did. Okay, that's really good to know. Use lasers on this bastard, guys. Especially on the mothership. It feels good. I think the Wonder just ran into an island.
We've had a... Yeah, I was gonna say no, it's not. It didn't run into the island. It's running over the island right now, which is slightly different.
Well, then,
arguably worse.
You gotta love how you spawn in something to demonstrate something. If anyone's wondering, this is why I don't write a real script for From the Depths guys videos like this. It's because crap like this happens.
The Saw Shark just got ran over by the Hysteria.
Yep, it's very rude. It's being very rude, and that Jimmy just lost a wing. Well. Theoretically, you can deal with the Hysteria by lasering or getting on top of it. But yeah, the Wonder actually did demonstrate just how much damage it does with its lasers. Let's just shrink some blocks here. While the Hysteria is shooting at it, you see the size of this laser? You see this nonsense? You see how much storage it has? Yeah, it's coming straight for you. It will hurt you a lot, so... be aware that this isn't the only one. I think the Wonder is like probably, if not the biggest, one of the biggest laser systems the Twin Guard is packing. But there's other ones. The Joy is another example. It's like they really do like their burst lasers, which means the ACB spawn smoke trick is kind of essential against the Twin Guard, and I'll just demonstrate that on the Wonder. Right now, while the Hysteria is having a good time over there. It's just fallen into the water. Hooray! Die, you annoying, hysterical thing. Anyway, so there's a trick you can do with an ACB, which is, on start, it dispenses smoke. So, smoke dispensers, it will release smoke. That is very helpful against any kind of craft which... Holy crap, that sawfish has actually managed to get back to a state where it's moving. I wasn't expecting that. I kind of expected to be ripped in half by the Hysteria. Anyway, so this particular little trick is a lifesaver against anything that tries to just laser you to death immediately, and particularly against the Twin Guard with their burst lasers, and later against the Lightning Hoods as well. This is a very good idea. It will save you a lot of trauma. Laser trauma in particular. And we should probably talk about... the big fella. I think...
Hey, before we do the big fella, can I do my Worston segment?
Your Worston segment?
my Worston segment.
Okay.
I wanted to quickly explain, yeah. So TG, as you guys may have noticed, similar to White Flares, is split into 2 groups. What we went with TG is like male designs and female designs. So this was back in like 2014 when this was decided. It's a little bit antiquated, we're kind of moving away from it, but the lore at the moment is because there's 2 major... robots for TG. You have Eris, which is in charge, and then you have Thanatos, who took a little bit of damage on the way down, and so he's a little crazy. And so male designs tend to be more physical, and female designs tend to be more energy-based weapons. Both of them get missiles, but there's still a preference for male for missiles. So stuff like flamethrowers, APS, and missiles are your male designs, and then stuff like lasers, packs, plasma, and I believe EMP missiles, or just some missiles in general, are your female designs. So go back for the video and see if you can tell which design is which. It's really cool.
Yeah. Sometimes they mix them, though, so that is actually a fair point, is like, you gotta be prepared for kind of two general flavors of craft, and just generally just prepare for everything. Like, you know what to prepare for? Everything! Everything is gonna be fired at you at some point, if you fight the Twin Guard for long enough. And speaking of something that, does kind of, I don't know, a bit of everything, something that has both physical and energy weapons, it's everyone's favorite thing to hate, or a lot of people's favorite thing to hate, it's the Gravitas. So this actually really combines up... What just happened over there?
Yeah, ignore that. I just watched that happen.
Did they, like... Look, male...
The curiosity or the frustration just collapsed into the curiosity.
Well, we've got male and female, and, like, they're doing what males and females, like, do as according to nature. They try and procreate, I suppose. But the Gravitas, let's talk about this. This actually is a very good example of Twin Guard nonsense, because it's using it's using two of the sub-vehicle strategy. I'm just watching the friggin... that thing cartwheeling in the background, and it's so funny. Let's freeze this.
I've seen that too.
Uh-oh.
I am watching the Gravitas do like it's doing the spin to win right now, and two of the shields are amalgamated into each other.
Oh right. Well, on my screen, I've frozen the mothership. Oh wait, no, that's not the mothership. I forget which one the mothership is.
What?
So the mothership...
The Gravitas?
Yeah, so the mothership, unlike other Twin Guard craft, is actually the torso. It's not the thing that looks like the torso, which is an absolute troll move. Because you learn to aim for the mothership every time, and then you aim for the thing that looks like the mothership, and I was like, nope. The hint actually... No, the hint isn't the face, because on other things, the sub-vehicle has the face on it. That's so evil. I love it. But anyway, so you've got your shields, you've got your monster railgun, you've got cram cannons actually as well. But the worst thing about the Gravitas is, I mentioned before the whole, Doom Pack thing? This is perhaps the doomiest of the Doom Packs, and this thing is actually breadboard controlled to hurt you most effectively. So, right now, it is set to explosive, and it fires 6 beams of over 140,000 explosive damage each, which is just downright silly, honestly. Let's spawn in something let's spawn in a Retaliator. And you can see that there's a breadboard in the back of this pack turret, which switches it to piercing. And the piercing damage is, again, 6 beams, 121,000 damage each. 60 AP. So, Ralston, how's your math? Just curious, because my math is generally pretty bad.
I was going to say not great, but 60 AP is enough to go through most materials.
Yeah, so let's just go into the build menu, and highest structural block health is 6,000. It's a heavy armor beam, so I'm literally going to pull out my phone with my calculator, and... Ah, damn it, I might edit this out later because, it's embarrassing how slow I do this. Alright, so we got 122,000, 122,000 divided by 60. That is not exactly point-blank range, it never does, because there is damage fall off. But yeah, unless I've typed that in wrong, it can go through 2,000 meters of heavy armor. That doesn't sound right. Let's try that again.
In summary, while he's figuring out his math, for those of you at home, essentially what this is you're talking a lot of crap for someone made out of material.
Say what?
You're talking a lot of crap for somebody made out of material within an anti-material rifle's range.
That basically is what this is. It's like, oh, you're made of stuff? That's too bad. This is made to go through stuff.
Shame you're made out of material.
Yeah, jolly good shame. So yeah, okay, I did the math better again. I missed a 0. It's 20 meters of heavy armor, which is still absolutely stupid. There's no armoring against this. There just isn't. How much wood does it take? Wood beams is 960, so 122,000. divided by, just double checking that's the health, 960 divided by 960 is 127 meters of wooden beams, is what it takes to stop this. That is assuming you don't get two particle beams going in exactly the same spot, which isn't likely, but it can happen. So, I hate this. This is so not fun to fight against. It just goes kaboom, and there's a hole lengthwise through your whole battleship. Which is really like, the theme with the Gravitas is, really, it's like, this is a duelist. This is the thing that is absolutely going to... Why is it frozen, by the way?
You froze the base earlier trying to showcase it.
Okay, there we go. I actually froze the base and the mothership. And it's actually been fighting at a handicap right now, and it's still going to win. Watch this. Poor Retaliator.
Yeah, I thought you left that intentionally, so I was watching the arms, like,
wig out. Like, yeah, nah.
Yeah, wig out on my side, and I wasn't sure if you intended that or not, but
I mean,
it was interesting.
I did intend to freeze it, I just didn't intend to let the Retaliator get free hits off on it. Look at this! The Retaliator had such a head start, and it's, like, the Gravitas is still going to win. It's winning. It's put holes straight through it. Actually, you can see those railguns, I think, are... Oh, jeez, that particle cannon. The entire universe lags when it fires. So yeah, the Gravitas is something that you need to swarm this thing. 1v1 is not going to go well for you unless you manage to cheese it better than it cheeses you, which is possible. You can copy it and have a particle cannon like this, and just put a round straight to the mothership and AI dead it immediately. That's the level of cheese that... is recommended actually for the Twin Guard, really, because honestly, I don't respect their robot feelings. They don't deserve a fair fight, because they're not going to give you one. Not really, anyway. So yeah, with this one, you really do have to hit it from above in particular, because there's a nice convenient gap in between these two shoulder-mounted crams. So honestly, shoot this thing from orbit, if you can possibly help it, with multiple orbital things. And keep your distance, because this particle cannon, it is a scatter lens, so the lenses do, like, what you call it? Disperse a bit. And they do lose damage over distance, so just, like, tease it with something expendable, flank it, and shoot it to pieces. In fact, I'm going to, again, we're going to get the curse of the camera here. Just because I've hit the record button, this isn't going to go according to plan at all. So I'm going to spawn in 3 craft, which again come from the Caravonian Rebellion. I really hope these things actually have materials in them. Do they? They don't. What the hell, guys? There we go. Alright, and spawn in the Gravitas. Where did it go? There it went. So, plasma flanking. Really what you need. And right there is like, it just took out both the turrets.
Oh god.
Well, actually no, it took out...
eviscerated.
Actually no, it took out the missile turret. It actually took out the 2 turrets on top, thank goodness, which is the slightly weaker ones. So look at the damage numbers, you can see the plasma is adding up. And you really do need to, like, go around this thing. You need to flank it. You can't stay in front of it, like, with just one craft. It's a bad idea. And shooting this thing in the back of the head is like, oh my goodness. Holy crap, yes, perfect. We actually managed to take out the particle and an arm completely. Now it's going to have a very bad time trying to hit us at all. Perfect. So this is what I'm talking about, like... You can't 1v1 the Gravitas, not really. I mean, you can. It's just, I don't know. You need to be as good or better as the people who built this bloody thing in order to do that. You gotta flank it. You gotta plasma it. And also, nuking it works really well. The Pyre can actually beat this thing simply because it occasionally sends a nuke behind it. And speaking of nukes... Also, wait, hold on. One thing, annoying thing about the Gravitas... is that if you spawn it too many times in a row in the designer, sometimes it wigs out and spawns inside itself. Which is just something I want to note. It means that the Twin Guard, even in the designer, they're irritating because it means it's harder to test against them. Because they friggin' glitch out. Like, nanomachines have hit a bug, son. Speaking of nukes. speaking of nukes, this is what I wanted to say for last. A craft that Ralston absolutely loves, and I'm going to be really friggin' mean to my own craft here and spawning this in while they're distracted. This is the thing I'm most scared of with the Twin Guard. If only
You say it alarms you?
it does alarm me. It is the Alarmed. So this is probably the most horseradish craft that the Twin Guard have. This thing spawns drill nukes. It is otherwise pretty much completely unarmed, but it continually spawns little suicide craft with a drill in front. So, those of you who watched my 2024 tier list, from the Depths weapons tier list video, would know that I'm kind of dismissive of drills. There's one exception to that. Pair them with nukes on a suicide craft, and they are horrible to deal with. And this thing is like, what the hell? Oh wow, this poor toaster is gonna get drilled.
Oh no, I'm watching it happen.
Yep.
Oh wait, missed. Maybe he'll be safe. Oh no, he's not. He's
No,
not safe.
oh, he is safe.
Oh, he
He
managed
did
to
it.
just avoid it.
Just avoided it. So, even if the toasters don't... How did this guy manage to correct his course? Oh, no, he didn't, actually. He's flying backwards. What's happening? This thing doesn't... Oh, wait, there we go. Oh,
He's the best backwards driver.
I don't understand what's happening. How is it doing this? It's managed to start flying forward again, but... Alright, and there's a drill nuke again. Yep, it's drilling, and that is what the friggin' Alarmed will do to you. These are probably the most dangerous suicide craft in the Nita campaign. I can't think of a worse one, specifically because they drill right into your innards before they explode, and they explode your innards. And they're actually very hard to shoot down, because that drill on the front of them has a lot of health and armor, so hitting them head on does not a hell of a lot, unfortunately. What? Can this thing please put us out of our misery? It's just orbiting us right now.
It's taunting you.
It is taunting it. It's doing the Twin Guard. There we go. Nope, not yet. Okay. Oh, it just took off the radar to be cute. I think
They gotta put little faces on the nukes.
they've got to. They've got a little grinning manic faces like yeehaw. But anyway, this is why. By the way, these toasters. They're called toasters. Don't ask why. It's reasons. They're very.
Toasters, I get it.
They're fast. They're very fast craft. Actually, they move at 98 meters per second, and these nukes can still catch up to them. Like more than that, it intercepts them pretty much flawlessly. And the Alarmed will continuously spawn them. It just keeps spawning them. I've actually seen these things take out jet fighters. Like these. What are they called? Damn it! I can't even. They move so fast. Virtual insanities. These things can actually catch jet fighters. I've seen them like take spirals out of the airs, like the Steel Strider's jet. Like I think like if they're not even if like they don't even have to be faster than the jet in question because they can just kind of lead the target. They're very good. I've yet to reverse engineer whatever's on them controlling them, but it's very well engineered. It's almost impossible to like. Well, I don't want to say impossible, but it's very difficult to avoid them. And, the Alarmed also bugs out in the designer sometimes and makes it hard to test against it. It'll spawn inside itself, explode, and then you don't get a combat test. And also, those nukes are amphibious. So if I destroy everything, and if I spawn in the Alarmed over here... Actually, you know what? The Blackcurrant is going to need a head start. It's going to need it. It's going to need all the help it can get. Spawn in the Alarmed. And
If this is the most annoying nuke craft for you, I'm really excited for when we do Scarlet Dawn.
wait, I forgot that do they have drill nukes like this?
I don't know if I want to spoil it or not.
Oh,
because they're not drill
no.
nukes. They're a little sillier.
Oh no. Yep, don't spoil that for me. Is that in the upcoming update or something else? Or
yes, it's
Okay.
both. We have it we have it in the Scarlet Dawn development chat, but I do believe it's in the next update.
Okay,
I will show it off on the Scarlet Dawn video though, if I get permission.
Looking
It's silly.
forward to crying about that. And like, this is just showing that these nukes are fully amphibious. they will hit your submarines. There's in fact not much they can't hit. They can hit spacecraft as well. Alright, and the black current is managing to, like, blow the alarm to pieces just a little bit. I can't even tell where it is. There it is. It does look like it's managed to kill it. But at what cost? That was like a 250,000 thruster craft just took down a 1 million material submarine. Because, hang on, has it? It's definitely
the black current is sinking.
Holy crap, like, it's at 84% health, though.
Yeah, the alarm did win, though. If it was 4% more health, the black current would have sunk first.
Yeah. Yeah, and just the cost disparity. I have yet to find any craft, and it's certainly out there, including my own, that can take on an alarm at the same material cost, because this thing punches so far above its weight, and you absolutely need, like, well, you need to shoot down those drill nukes reliably, which is quite annoying. Let's just spawn in the alarmed just on Deepwater Guard. I remembered this time. So we gotta show off those drill nukes, and where does it? It does spawn with them, right?
Yeah, it spawns with 2.
What are they called? It's so weird what they're called.
So the way it works is if you look in the back end, they're not their own custom craft at the moment.
Oh,
because
they use
they're not sub-people. Yeah, they're separators. Which is what makes them so cheesy, is because you don't your Sea-Wiz and your small arms won't immediately detect onto them. They have to separate first before they detect onto them. And it messes with the local weapon controllers.
That is the most Gorgonzola thing. I thought I knew all the cheese that this thing did. Anyway, we're going to remove the mimics on this. Sorry to say. Actually, I removed all the mimics. So
he just lost his hands. Oh no.
Oh no, the least dangerous thing about him. Anyway, so these drill nukes, let's have a look at this. So, firstly you get this large drill here, which has an absolutely silly amount of health, so hitting it in the face does basically nothing with point defense. Because most secondary weapons are not designed to deal with incredibly well-armored targets, and that's basically what drills are. This is armor that hurts you. Like a ring shield, but better. So we've also got nukes in here, but the fact that this thing uses steam jets, and it uses this rubber plating, meaning that it's actually pretty hard to see this with either radar or sonar, which means if these drill nukes come at you from underwater, it's hard to detect them accurately, and therefore it's hard to shoot them accurately. So let's destroy this again. I'm going to, again, throw one of my craft. Basically, it's going to need a head start. Again, you always need a head start with the alarm. You don't always get one. You certainly don't get one in the campaign, annoyingly enough. So, the Icicle. It's one of my better recent craft. It can't beat an alarmed, really. It just can't. It tries. It's valiant. Spawning it head up. All right. Okay. Right. Everyone pretend that didn't happen. Everyone pretend that didn't happen. I did it one way, I did it the other way. Gotta do it both ways. Right, twin guard, alarmed, spawn in, and let's watch my precious baby die. So the Icicle has pretty good secondary weapons for dealing with small annoying things. They're not quite good enough. I even duct tape small torpedoes under this to deal with these little guys. This doesn't work very well. You can see there that... okay, there's one. There is one.
Cursive recording.
Cursive recording. Oh no, I know what's going to happen here. So again, there's 2. Managed to take down 2. And there's a 3rd. And...
oh, the 4th managed to stay away. Oh, and
no,
the alarm is about to crash. It's literally doing like a Spider-Man kiss towards you.
I hate that. Get away from me. This is non-consensual kissing.
Oh my god, the drill is just absolutely going...
Yep.
Wow, that was vicious.
Yep. See? This is why, like, using just standard ships against the Twin Guard is not a very good idea, in my opinion, because, you deal with crap like this. And, like, you saw it managed to take out... how many nukes? I think 3? But,
Yeah, it took out 3 before it got hit by the 4th.
Yeah, so basically you want this, but moving at like 120 meters per second, and also with a lot of lasers duct taped onto it as well. And then you have something that can take down the alarmed reliably. I actually don't have a craft in my roster that can do that at the moment. And embarrassingly, no Nita craft can really do that either, or at least none that I tested. Like, none that's anywhere, like, the only craft which can really do it are things like, the Crucible could probably manage that. But also the Crucible is like 2 million materials. So, like, if the only counter to the Alarmed is basically, alright, so have a battleship with lasers and particle cannons stapled all over it, and that's your counter here. But yeah, so, like, there's no easy counter, really, to the Alarmed. Like, even if you focus on the mothership immediately, those first 2 nukes, they're gonna get ya. It's a problem. I hate to say that in an overview for like this, it's just like, you actually kind of need to just swarm... Hang on, let's see if that works. I do want to show off an Alarmed dying, because if the thing dies, you've basically won. Never mind how much of you it kills. So, let's go with...
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah, so I am going to spawn in... let's go here. Let's spawn in 2 of these little... I'm essentially spoiling a future video here, but who cares?
Ooh.
So, let's spawn in the Alarmed. If you kill the mothership, you should be fine. So this is something called the Stormfront. It's just an orbiting missile bomber. It is faster than those nukes, only just. Unfortunately, they do, What just happened? Like, are these guys glitching out? I hope not.
I've seen one of the nukes went off on the alarm.
Well, that's not... Well, okay, fine then.
It only took 1% damage, so it's probably fine.
Yeah. Alright, so this is probably going to be a good example of showing that even though these guys are faster than it, these nukes are very good at intercepting craft. They're actually gaining on me, and I hate that. Actually, they are managing to keep their distance by the looks of it. So, let's see. Follow these missiles in. Are they even going for the right target? So this is probably the way to deal with the Alarmed, is just drive like absolute hell as fast as you possibly can and just chuck loads and loads of missiles at it. I think, actually, that thing has enough missile defense to... Actually, hold on. Wow, it got nuked. We hit a nuke as it was being spawned. Yay. What's the damage numbers?
Poor Alarmed. He didn't deserve this.
He absolutely did deserve this. Don't you dare make excuses for this thing.
He's just a silly little guy.
He's a silly little guy armed with illegal nuclear weapons. You can't tell me he doesn't deserve this. I'm also just waiting with bated breath for one of those drill nukes to take down my planes. So yeah, again, you gotta swarm this guy, and you gotta just, keep hitting him. Keep hitting him, keep hitting him, keep hitting him.
Oh, I didn't know he does that. He just dodged some missiles by going upside down for a bit there.
I'm not sure if it's intentional. This thing does switch upside down, or... I think it's dependent on the altitude of whatever it's fighting.
Interesting.
Just to ensure that basically the nukes intercept at an optimal angle for maximum grief and suffering. Let's see if my...
Also, his entire torso's on fire. Oh, no.
What do you mean on... Take that, you bastard! Take that, you horrible nuke-spawning robot bastard. I'm actually quite pleased that this was a spur-of-the-moment thing. It's like, oh, wait, I have a missile bomber that might be able to manage this. And for the same material cost as well. Yay! We did it! I guess that's the trick with the Alarmed, is ignore the nukes, just outrun them, and blow the hell out of the main craft. We did it, Ralston! Aren't you happy?
Oh, look at his little face. He's so upset. He's, like, frowning at you.
Yes, like, I was, like, doing much worse than frowning trying to combat test against this thing. I can tell you that much. But that basically does it for the Twin Guard. In summary, prepare for cheese. Prepare for pack cheese. Prepare for laser cheese. Prepare for sub-vehicle cheese of all kinds. Prepare for repair cheese in particular. And just... switch up your game. Be ready for swarms of craft, be aware for, like, flying tanks that just endlessly self-repair. I actually wonder if we're going to be able to out-damage the repairs on this thing. Although it is burning through materials really quickly. We can't end the video until the alarm despawns. We simply can't. We can't.
That could take a while. Of be prepared for silly little guys.
Yep.
As always.
That is a very good way to sum up the Twin God. Prepare for silly little guys. And silly big guys, actually. In fact, prepare for silly guys and nanomachines, son. Have I said that? Have I said that enough?
No, I think that was good.
Yeah. He is frowning.
I was going to mention it when we had the Wonder out, but if you look at the AI name for the Wonder, it's called Stronarm instead of Armstrong. Because it has so many repair bots on it.
The Wonder? Wait, it has repair bots?
I believe it does. Or I could be just... It used to have repair bots. Because it used to be able to heal spam to an insane degree.
Are you sure?
I think we may have gotten rid of those, because I know we were discussing that about...
Yeah, I thought repair bots, specifically, were, banned for Niedercraft.
Yes, let me double check that, actually. I'm going to spawn it in quickly.
You double check that, and if... tell me you didn't spawn it on the enemy team.
No, I spawned it in our team. I wasn't going to take your win from you as much as I thought it would be funny.
It would be hilarious, but thank you. Hold on, so...
No, it does have the repair bots removed. Oh.
Alright, so thank goodness, because I was about to say, that thing doesn't actually have sub-vehicles, so it'd be weird if it did the repair spam thing. Alright, so my jet bombers didn't quite win this, because the Wonder did show up. It made a wonderful entrance. It's fine, you could have spawned it in on the enemy team, and that would have been, even worse. I would have cried. I would have cried.
The one time he wins against the alarm, did I take it from him?
Exactly.
But no, the Wonder absolutely used to have repair bots. Hence why the AI name was called Stronarm for the longest time, because it's a joke about nanomachines.
Yeah.
The entire faction at this point is mostly a joke about nanomachines, but.
Well,
I quite enjoy this faction.
Yeah. I mean, I've, during the course of this video, I've, regained some respect for Twin God stuff, because, you can't help but like their style, so to speak. They're silly little guys, as you say, and it's like a... You know what it reminds me of, weirdly enough, and it's a weird thing to say? It's like the honey badger. It's a silly little guy that is a horrible little beast in general, but you can't help but love him and respect him for it, because it just doesn't stop. It's that kind of tenacity and durability, so to speak, that the Twin God is basically all about. I'm going to sit on my jet fighter now. It's not even a jet fighter, it's a jet bomber, but anyway. So, that does it for the Twin God. It's just, be prepared for anything, be prepared for silliness, and actually, if nothing else, don't rely on one big ship to, solo every fight. Because of their swarms, because of their, mega Alpha Strike particle cannons, and, lasers, and to a lesser extent their APS and fire, they're kind of geared to counter that, almost. Mm-hmm. They, so yeah, don't try and do a Robbers and just build the Ragnarok and hope to steamroll everything. You're gonna take some, you're gonna get swarmed. You're gonna get packed. The power of...
They're going to come at you with swarms, they're going to come at you with redundancy, and you really have to respond in kind against them.
Yeah.
It's a good faction to introduce that concept of having multiple redundancies, and maybe to start considering diversifying the fleet instead of just having one large one.
Exactly. And actually, yeah, I really love that, actually. In the previous video on the White Flares, we discussed you kind of have to copy them in order to beat them. I think the Twin God are actually kind of similar. You have to kind of copy their methods to a certain extent in order to beat them. You got to use one method to counter their other methods. So with things like the Gravitas, you need teamwork. You need multiple vehicles. And with their Swarmcraft, you need to copy kind of their propensity for hit-scan weapons. And with their sub-vehicles and stuff, you basically... Well, I lost the thread there, but you get what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I know exactly what you mean. And it's like that for every faction, I could say, in the campaign. Except Deepwater Guard. Please do not, for the love of God, copy Deepwater Guard. But...
The only one who's allowed to copy the Deepwater Guard in order to take on the other factions is Ralston, and that's because, I don't know.
It's a lesson in patience.
It's a lesson in patience, and it's a lesson in waving goodbye to your wooden craft as things blow them up, so...
Look, we name craft every stream, and the next stream we have to get all new craft. I have a graveyard at this point in my campaign of just all the named craft. I think we got up to 26 by the time I ended that campaign.
What, 26 like names or 26?
26 named craft that viewers like redeemed points for, and they were dead by the end of 2 sessions.
Oh dear. But anyway, that's actually a good segue into the end of the video, because my goodness, we're done. We could keep talking about Twin Guard all the time, really. We didn't even cover, like, I think most of their designs. But thanks again, Ralston, for joining me for this faction overview. Really good to have you.
Yeah, no, it was great. Yeah, it was great being here again. I really enjoyed this. It's just sad that I don't know as much of the lore as I did about White Flares. Lightning Hoods, or whichever one we end up doing next, I will know more of the lore. It's just Twin Guard literally is my least known faction, because I think it's the only one I haven't built for yet.
Well, you did pretty good in spite of that, I would say. You had stuff to say.
I'm glad to hear. I'm glad I could provide some insight into game design and lore perspective. Yeah. As for the Alarmed, because I'm looking at the list here of Hysteria, Gravitas, and Alarmed, absolutely amazing designs. I don't know why BorderWise hates them so much. I beat them with the Deepwater Guard, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you did that.
Redundancy.
Redundancy is key. And you didn't try. You didn't try and 1v1 any of them with like a traditional battleship, did you?
No. I was like taking fights at like a 10-to-1 advantage.
Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. Because hey, build out of wood, it's cheap. Okay, so that does it for this faction overview. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you, like a Patreon Discord, exclusive for Patreon members, starting at $1 a month. And I've forgotten the rest of my spiel. Check out my other channels and my Twitch, and also check out Ralston VT. Because he streams on Twitch regularly. He does From the Depths, but he does it differently from me, possibly more stylish, and streams other games as well. So go check out both his YouTube channels, because there's 2 of them. He's going to be making content for them, aren't you?
Yes, I have to record those right after this. I promise the content will show up one day.
The content will be there. It'll be there. Please believe us. Okay, thank you all so much. Thank you again, Ralston, and I will see you in the next video. Farewell.